Some people look intelligent until they start talking. Because the truth is, a lot of what people do to appear smart actually exposes how insecure they are. Psychology says we crave the feeling of intelligence more than actual growth. We want to seem sharp, sound logical, and look confident, even if deep down we don't know what we're talking about. These are the habits that fool your brain into thinking you're smart while quietly keeping you average. 1. You over-explain everything you think you're showing intelligence by adding detail. But according to research on over-justification bias, people who explain too much often do it to hide uncertainty. Smart people simplify. They don't drown meaning in words. If you always feel the need to prove your point, you're probably not sure of it yourself. 2. You chase information, not understanding. You read books, watch deep videos, maybe even quote psychology. But ask yourself, can you teach what you just learned? If not, you're stuck in what psychologists call the illusion of knowledge, where your brain confuses exposure for mastery. Real intelligence isn't about how much you know, it's how deeply you can connect ideas. 3. You argue to win, not to learn. Ever notice how some people can't stand being wrong? That's not intelligence, that's ego anxiety. It's your brain protecting your self-image, not seeking truth. Psychologically, it's called motivated reasoning. You twist facts to support what you already believe. So you may sound confident, but you're actually trapped inside your own bias. 4. You confuse skepticism with wisdom. You think doubting everything makes you smart. But extreme skepticism is just defensive ignorance. It's easier to reject things than to understand them. Smart people question things to learn. Fake smart people question things to look superior. 5. You use logic to avoid emotion. Many people brag about being logical, but neuroscience shows emotion and logic are not separate systems, they cooperate. People who suppress emotion make worse decisions, not better ones. If you dismiss feelings as weakness, you're not logical, you're emotionally blind. 6. You correct others to feel superior. Grammar, pronunciation, fun facts. You jump at every small mistake to fix people. But studies show this is linked to linguistic insecurity, a psychological need to reassert power when you feel small. Smart people don't prove knowledge, they share it when it's needed. 7. You hide behind big words. You use complex vocabulary to sound intellectual, but that's actually a red flag of insecurity. A Princeton study found people who deliberately use complicated language are perceived as less intelligent, because clarity is a sign of depth, confusion is a sign of disguise. 8. You think knowing about it equals understanding it. Knowing about philosophy doesn't make you wise. Knowing about psychology doesn't make you emotionally intelligent. And knowing about success doesn't make you disciplined. Knowledge is a mirror. It shows you who you could be. But until you act, it means nothing. Here's the truth. Fake intelligence impresses people who don't think. Real intelligence changes the way you think. You don't need to look smart. You need to stay curious, humble, and brutally honest with yourself. Because the moment you stop trying to look intelligent, that's the moment you actually become it.